done it. She decided to hook the leg in, apply some pressure, do it late. She picks Pandora back up, and it looks like she's going for it again. Kick in the guts by Pandora in the DDT. And that may do it. Hooks the leg. 2, 3. Pandora has just defeated the UIW Ladies Champion. Fortunately for Amber O'Neal, this was a non-titled event.
Welcome once again, wrestling fans. This is your host, Mr. Green. You're watching another edition of the WPN Women's Pro Wrestling Network. We're happy to bring you this first-time matchup with that young lady entering the ringside right now, Rock and Roll Roxy, who most fans of women's wrestling would know as one half of the tag team formerly known as the Rockettes. Not sure if I should even be saying that now. They had a name change for a reason. But that's where she is most notably, or most fans are notably familiar with her from, that tag team. But she has also endeavored towards a single career, as we see right now. Ironically enough, her partner had come down to this very same location, this very same promotion, not but a few months ago, and taken on the opponent that she is ready to take on right now. Of course, there we see her, Rock and Roll Roxy. New attire, great look for the young lady there. A wrestler who enjoys the use of submission holds. I wonder how that will play and come into effect in this match. Her most notable and most dangerous hold, the Gorilla Clutch. But her opponent has a answer for most people in the form of the DDT. So it's going to be interesting to see how that match plays out. Will it be a submission or will it be a high-impact maneuver that brings us to an end? And speaking of her opponent, there she is right now, the perennial favorite of this promotion of Universal Independent Wrestling, the UIW. There's Pandora, the 3-time UIW Ladies Champion. Of course, that title, as I understand it from UIW officials, has now and currently is vacated, or as the new wrestling terminology calls it, it is in a state of abeyance. There's no one that currently holds the title at this particular juncture. The former champion, Bullet Babe Amber O'Neal, I believe had some contractual obligations or contractual conflicts, as it should be noted, and that has caused the 30-day rule to lapse. And yes, UIW still goes by the 30-day rule of championship defense. If you cannot defend a championship within a certain allotted amount of time, they do strip you of the championship. This particular episode of the WPN Women's Pro Wrestling Network is brought to you by Zojo. Zojo for your competitive edge, for superior muscle response, extended endurance, and quicker recovery. Push your body further, achieve your highest goals, and enhance your athletic mojo. Visit myzojo.com. Perhaps one of these ladies might be taking that product, I don't know. As we prepare for this match, you know, it's also interesting that Rock and Roll Roxy is, generally speaking, a very liked individual. She's more often than not a fan favorite. But when you walk into Pandora's backyard, it almost immediately puts you at a deficit, as most fans will tend to take her opponent as the not just the opposition, but somebody that we should boo. And then the opponent does act in kind. We see Roxy is taking off the chain. As I was speaking there, Pandora pointed out that she wanted the chain removed. I guess it looks like it could be utilized as a weapon, and Pandora wants to negates that possibility. Let's get the chain out of the way so that it won't get wrapped around anybody's fist or cause any chokeouts or anything like that. So perhaps a smart move by the veteran Pandora. It's calm like a bomb. There's Roxy getting prepared. She's ready. And she jump starts it. Tries to charge in. The bell is rung. The match is officially underway. Roxy tried to jump start the thing, but it backfired as she missed and caught 3 forearms in the back. Now we got knee lifts right into the abdomen. Match is now underway. And as it is underway, Roxy looks to be in a bad way as she has placed herself in a disadvantaged position. Shoulder blocks by Pandora. She's drawn a target on the abdominal region, apparently. Oof. And she's moved up from the abdominals right into the upper pectoral region, we'll call it. Big chop, as she likes to do. And sounds off. The building right now, they all heard it. Big chop right there across the, as I stated before, pectoral region, trying to be politically correct. It's calling for it again. Another one. That looked like that one. She brought it down so hard that she hurt her own hand. Pandora shoots off into the turnbuckle. Charges in. Gets caught in the face. Great reaction time by Rock and Roll Roxy. Double boots to the mouth. And it may have been the turnaround that she needs. He's rolling her through. And she's locking her up. Hands behind the back of the head and the legs for extra leverage. I'll be honest, fans have not seen a move like this out of her before. Do not know what to call it. She's got her locked in and locked in good, looking for submission. Pandora's trying to roll it through and get the pinfall. Knees. Pandora's arms are neutralized, so she's got to use the legs. Right there to the side of the head. Big clothesline. Rock and Roll Roxy sets Pandora back down to the mat, and Roxy is now, she was drawing with the fans, brought a foot right down to the small of the back of Pandora. Now she's draping those long legs across the throat and also using the ropes as a means of additional leverage. Roxy is a little bit of a not undiscovered talent, but she doesn't get nearly the press that she should get in the professional wrestling world. Kicking the belly. The second one. Pandora fighting from underneath. And a quick right hand drops her back down. As stated, Rock and Roll Roxy is a little bit unheralded a lot of times, but she is a vet. She's been doing this for a while, and she is very polished in the ring. This may be her time to show it. She has Pandora under control. Pandora still fighting from her knees. Got 2 big fists. Roxy brings a forearm shot, drops Pandora, puts her right back down to the mat. And there's a little bit of a underhanded tactic, if we can call it that. I think she's going for a choke, and a pretty blatant one at that. Now she's draping the shins right across. This is a bit out of the game plan, the normal game plan of Rock and Roll Roxy from all the matches that I've seen and the times that I've sat down and talked with her. But I guess she's looking for the win, and she's looking for it however she can get it. Shoots her to the ropes, high cross body. They both crashed in each other, abdomen to abdomen. And you would have to imagine that the wind has been knocked out of their sails. And if you've ever had that happen, it is not a pleasant feeling. Both ladies are down. Both ladies are hurt. Pandora's looking to try to draw some power from the fans. Putting herself back up to the ropes. Rock and Roll Roxy on the other side, trying to get herself back up to her feet. She's sizing her up right now on the other side of the ring. Goes in for a clothesline, duck underneath, gets caught with a forearm shot. A second one. Third one. And it also looks like the shoulder of Roxy might have been caught there. Back elbows. And quite the low blow with the reverse heel kick by Pandora. Face lock into a running bulldog. Dusts it off, hooks the leg, goes for the cover. Roxy is out at the 2. Got the arm nice and high, so the referee could be certain to see it. Kick in the back. Pandora's looking like she's going for a front face lock. Roxy's trying to fight it. She just broke her down into a guillotine and a body scissors. Front face lock, guillotine, body scissors. The submission hold is locked in, and surprisingly enough, there's a tap out. Roxy has tapped to Pandora. Not at all what I would have expected out of this match. I would have gone in thinking that it would have been the Gorilla Clutch versus the DDT. Pandora has surprised me and broke out a submission hold of her own and tapped out what I would consider the submission specialist between the two. And now there's music playing in the background. Pandora's looking around. For those UIW fans, you probably know what this music means. For those that do not know, it is associated with the music of Brad Lynch, So Fine Mafia, coming out the ringside. Pandora's getting herself prepared. She's standing over in the corner. She's not running it. There they are, the So Fine Mafia. Gentleman in the hat and the shades, Brad Lynch. The tan shirt, Peanut. The green shirt, the Mercenary. Members of the So Fine Mafia. And apparently they've had some issues with Pandora as of late. This is not part of the scheduled matchups here. This is, in fact, So Fine Mafia wasn't advertised to be at this particular show. So I am as surprised as anybody else that they've even shown up, and more importantly, I'm surprised that they've shown up at the outset of Pandora's match. I mean, there's really nothing to be gained out of this. Lynch is in the ring. He has the microphone. I guess this would be their means of hijacking the show.
I don't know if you remember, but I think the last time we were here, you kind of got a little personal with us, if you know what I mean.
Of course, alluding to the low blow that Pandora gave.
Not once, but twice.
And it was justified.
Now, I don't forget things like that. But me and you might come to an agreement, you know what I mean? Huh?
Oh. The Mercenary took a little grab and got a slap. Oh. Pandora just got kicked in. Clearly a setup for that Mercenary to go behind like that. Pandora just got kicked in the stomach. And now Brad Lynch and the Mercenary are assaulting Pandora. You hear people out there saying, he's a real man. Yeah, a real man is right. Dragging her around, trying to show his superiority. Let me look at this. Holding her for the Mercenary. Oh. And a spine buster. Brad Lynch just shoves her in there. She takes a spine buster. And it's, you know, I don't understand why she would be drawn as a target to the So Fine Mafia. And now they got a steel chair. And, you know, wrestling is wrestling, but here's AJ Styles. Thank goodness, for Pandora's sake, AJ Styles has come to ringside. going to say wrestling is wrestling, but there, you know, there does come a point where there's lines that are crossed. I mean, I know we have intergender matches, but at least if you're going to have an intergender match, let her know that she's in the match. I mean, there's footage right here on this channel that clearly shows she has no problem getting into a ring with the man, but at least give notification that she's going to do it. Let her have the time to prep or something. Fortunately for Pandora, AJ Steele is out to the ring and has put the So Fine Mafia on notice. And it's the three of them, and they do not want to get in the ring with AJ Steele. Takes the chin, gets rid of it. Oh. If there's any sign that that's a bad man, that'll do it right there. Still standing his ground. He's inviting Pandora to get back up and fight with him. And surprisingly enough, she's back on her feet. Lynch and the Mercenary get back down. They seem to be thinking better of it. Doesn't look as if the So Fine Mafia has any intentions of taking AJ Steele up on his offer for a fight. They keep backpedaling. This is bonus footage here, folks. And,
They're scared.
Challenge is laid. Will the So Fine Mafia take it up?
We gotta go. We don't need this.
I was saying this is bonus footage. This is, generally speaking, not part of what the WPN reports on unless we put it in the bonus column or bonus section on our channel.
We don't need this. We make the rules.
But this is tied directly into the match, so it's kind of hard to avoid. The challenge is laid by AJ Steele and Pandora. And the So Fine Mafia is showing what they are truly made of right now. I tell you, folks, wrestling can make strange bedfellows. It wasn't that long ago where AJ Steele and Pandora were at odds themselves, but you know, competition does breed respect. And I can tell you firsthand that the man has learned to respect Pandora if for no other reason than her toughness and willingness to take the fight, even if it's a losing battle. But there we have it. Pandora, the victor of the match, although she did take a bad hit at the end of it. She is the one that walks out with her arm raised. Thanks for supporting the channel, everybody. Please come back. Check us out.